What's up, guys? It's Daniel with VintageMagic.com. I hope you guys are having a good week. So if you guys watched my other videos, I was in Dallas, Texas doing some business. I was at Beckett Grading Services submitting an order, which I have some great footage about that order. But I will be posting a video today of with the rep from Beckett, just kind of giving you a quick glance of the process. Derek from Beckett, who handles the Midwest division, was really great to explain their services and also some of the changes they had recently. They had a price increase, but I think it's well worth the service if you're looking to get your cards graded. So check out the video. It'll be posted here also today, and I'll also be posting this video. All right, so today's video is going to be about, and something I want to start doing more consistently for you guys, because I know you guys have had a lot of questions, is the Ask Daniel segment. So if you go to the playlist on the videos, you'll see a bunch of videos about Ask Daniel. And these videos, feel free to post your questions and your comments and questions that you guys want to hear from topics that I will basically answer. Now I'm gonna try to, if the topic is large enough, like today's topic, I'm gonna go off and basically create a single video for it. But if it's like a bunch of smaller questions, I might just do a bunch of questions all at once in one video. All right, so let's get right into it. So today's topic is Grand Prix exclusivity, specifically Channel Fireball. It was announced by Wizards earlier this year that they will be the premier exclusive tournament organizer for all Grand Prix for 2018. Now, this topic is not new, but I did want to share with you guys my thoughts and comments. And one of the things that sparked me to kind of start the conversation again was there was a video from Tolarian Community College, and the prof had a debate with the guy from Ready, I'm gonna screw that up, but Ready Run. You guys can correct me in the comments. But anyway, there was a great debate on the GP exclusivity, and I think I wanted to chime in on my thoughts of the whole thing. All right, so basically the current setup, just to be clear, is that there's multiple tournament organizers that run Magic the Gathering events. And the reason why Wizards uses tournament organizers is, well, you basically are contracting out a professional to set up all the administrative work, all of the operations. It's a big undertaking to create events for Magic the Gathering tournaments. So rather than putting all the upfront costs, it's better just to hire someone and do that. It's almost like a licensing type of situation. So these tournament organizers, the way they make money is they charge vendors like myself for Grand Prix to have a table, tables, or and there's various sizes. Last year it was $5,000, $7,500, and $10,000 price points in general from what I saw. And obviously, if you vend more, you get better positioning, and you also get better maybe some discounts and such. The other way they make money is obviously from guys like you who come in and play the tournaments, and they receive revenues from side events and other events that they got going on. And then you can redeem these prizes. If you win stuff, you get tickets, and you can redeem them for play mats, for cards, for dual lands, for Power 9 even. I mean, there's a lot of crazy things. Packs, uncut sheets. It's pretty cool. So the system is almost like, you play more. If you win, you have a higher chance to win more. You can redeem. And even if you don't win the event, you still get tickets and everybody participates. And so with the events, you also receive a gameplay, a kind of a special mat just to play at the main event. You receive other paraphernalia, such as, in the case of Channel Fireball, you receive like deck boxes, sleeves, pens, pad, whatever. So there's a list of things, and there's also like an option to be a VIP, which gives you access to like a lounge so you can relax and all that kind of stuff. I share this all with you guys because I mean, my personal thing, as a business, I've been vending probably for the last few years, I believe. I have to go back to the exact, I think it was the last few years where we started vending. And I've done, multiple GPs. I haven't done some of these guys have grinded it out for I don't know, the whole circuit, for certain organizers. So I have never done that, but I've done, some cases 2 to 3 GPs a year. I have to go back, but I can tell you, Grand Prix vending is very different than from what you think it is. It's definitely worth another video, but I can tell you that having a really great tournament organizer, having someone that is professional, someone that represents the tournament really well and controls the environment in a safe and friendly environment is great. I'm not going to go into details about what I don't like about tournament organizers or what I do, but I will say this, and I'm not going to name any names, but I will say from my experience of also going to tournaments too. So I've seen both. I've seen the side of a player going to them, or going to the vendors, going to the event, and I've seen the side of actually vending itself. So I've seen both sides, and I've come from some experience here. Not like some of you guys who probably have done it for many, many years, but at least I have some experience here. I can say it. I feel like one of the biggest problems I've seen is signage and location setup, the way they set it up. Some of the tournaments I've gone to, the signage is very difficult to determine where the tournament really is. And that poses to be a very big problem, because if you are not organizing your events and having poor signs and where to play, it's really hard for a player or collector to go to the event. That's a huge deal. The other thing is marketing and pre-event stuff. I have to say that compliments to Channel Fireball. They're great. John Sassow is the president. He's hands-on, and he's always been very professional. And I have to say that they market the Grand Prix, I would say better than anybody else. I haven't vended with a Star City one. I have vended with Cascade Games, which Tim Shields over there is great also. But I have to say that Channel Fireball, the way they do it in terms of the marketing, their channel of YouTube, they make this promo video for Vegas. It's just really, really strong. It's very, as a vendor, right? As a vendor side, you want to get your name out there sooner, right? And you want to get your logo out there. And they've already done that. It's been several months with our logo out there on the vendor section on the Grand Prix Vegas .com website. So if you think about it, some of these, comparison to other tournament organizers, some of these other guys didn't put that information out until much later into the game of the event. And also it just wasn't some of the websites, and also websites itself, are not as strong and user-friendly like the Channel Fireball website. And they have landing pages for this, so they put it on to their website, their channelfireball.com, and they also put it onto their multiple other pages, like a landing page to go there. So they're promoting in multiple different area, and if you know anything about search and Google, you'll realize that, hey, the more about that event there is, the more searchable it is, and then more as a vendor, and also let's talk about as a player and collector, you can find the event. And let's not forget about Facebook. I mean, and Twitter, they are constantly out there promoting the event. But isn't that what it is? Tournament organizers are supposed to promote the event. Isn't that what the purpose is to promote the event? So that is one area I would say that Channel Fireball, and I would have to agree 100%, has done a phenomenal job. I have to say Star City is probably right there too, but they're both really great. And and by having that type of promotion as a vendor or a player, you get, at least you know about it, you know what's going to happen. Another area about tournament organizers is the type of artists you get. I know it's something that you guys, some of you guys may not understand, so I'll explain it briefly. The tournament organizer actually pays, in most cases, the fee of the hotels and the airfare for some of these guests to come in. And I said the word guests. I don't call them artists. You know, sometimes I slip that, but they are guests. They are people that are magic celebrities. And the way Channel Fireball and even Star City treats them is as that. You need to understand that these artists are busy. They have a lot of other projects, commissions, and things to do. We as players and collectors and vendors, whatever, we need to understand that the tournament organizer is fronting that money up front. So next time you complain about your entry prize, those, your entry fee, those things all go into play. Now you might be like, well, I don't care about the artists. Well, that's fine, but there's a lot of people. I mean, you'll go to Grand Prix Vegas and there'll be thousands of people over the course of the event going to visit the artists. And there'll be, some of these artists have such high demand, there'll be lines the entire show, So the artist is huge, because if a tournament organizer does not bring on, think about this, artists that attract people to come, it kind of affects the amount of people that might even show up to the event. And I know some of you players don't understand that, but it's true. I mean, collectors all over who who could fly in easily, or they live nearby, they'll go in to the event when they normally would not go in, just for the artists. And then maybe they'll play side events and they'll do other things in the community. But that's the whole thing. The idea is you gotta get them in the place. That's the purpose of a tournament organizer setup. I'm not gonna really go into like judges and how that setup is, because I haven't been an active player, but from what I've heard in the community is that Channel Fireball has done an amazing job with that, and there hasn't been any major issues I've ever heard. And it's always been very professional. Now, look, I'm not knocking other tournament organizers. I think there's positives and negatives to it. I have my own opinions, and I'll keep it at that. But I will tell you that in the response video that the professor had, I would have to agree that Channel Fireball, being the exclusive tournament organizer, is an amazing decision for Wizards. And the key word is streamline. I mean, they use the word streamline, and I'll use it again. Streamlining it all together, having one brand basically push out the entire circuit, is much more easy to organize the community than having multiple different pockets all over the nation. While it seems okay, it seems like a good idea, it actually, the quality, you tend to have a variance. When I've gone to certain tournament GPs, some are not as good the way they're run. You can just feel it. It makes a lot of sense. Some of them, the tournament organizers don't promote it to a level like the other ones do, and you can feel it. Have you ever gone to a hotel or a restaurant and you can see the difference in food or difference in quality? I'm telling you, if you play Magic or you've gone to these tournaments, you can feel the difference and you can see the difference. And I think it's really important to point out is that Channel Fireball has done an amazing job with their brand and their brand loyalty. I think one of the points that the prof made that was really interesting was about monopoly and price, and I'll touch that briefly to end the video. I think when you talk about also innovation, when you talk about brand loyalty and such, it's really important to understand that the Wizards would have never chosen Channel Fireball if they didn't believe that they were going to hold the highest level of professionalism. And there's no way that Wizards would choose Channel Fireball if they were just going to offer crap prize support and not enough activities for the community. And I'll just leave this at this, is that at Grand Prix Las Vegas 2017, the prof is going to be flown out by Channel Fireball to do a panel, right? So if you think about it, that kind of innovation of events hasn't really been done as much. When you go to a typical Grand Prix, you're not getting a panel. At this particular Grand Prix, they're doing a panel, and they're investing money in other people in the community. That's not just the typical vendors and the artists. They're trying to branch out and touch other areas of the community and bring them together. And so I gotta say, that pretty much sums that up, is that Channel Fireball, you know, they're also putting some space together for the Magic Art Show, which did get funded for the Kickstarter that they had. So that will be there. They will have like a Kickstarter of 4 blocks of magic art, which you should definitely check out. And I think that was great. But that's the type of thing that Channel Fireball is doing, is they're branching out at different events. I have to say, their side events is great. They have everything. They have side events for old school, legacy, vintage. They have main events for the legacy. They got modern, standard, sealed. I'm probably leaving other fun things like Commander. I mean, they got everything for that big event. But you know, all of that really just matters only if you show up. And I gotta say that, you know, I'm vending at Grand Prix Las Vegas 2017. I wanna see you guys there. And I think it's really important to understand that going to a Grand Prix isn't just like going to like I wanna consider like, hey, I'm just gonna play some Magic only. It's like, it's the total experience. And I think that's what Channel Fireball has done really well. And what Magic is doing well for this event is that it is an experience to go to Las Vegas to see all these, I mean, it's like what, 30, maybe 40 plus artists in the end of it all who will be there. There's like 30 plus vendors and we're one of them. There's so much Power 9 and dual lands and rarities and artwork all over the whole building. I mean, you gotta appreciate that. And that's what it is. It's a vacation. It's a experience. And you gotta think about it like that. Like, you know, if you're willing to buy a bunch of booster boxes and stuff, open packs, why not spend a few $100 for an airplane ticket and hotel, room up with some friends? But you know what? I look forward to seeing you guys there. Those are my thoughts. I hope that answers my, the question of, the Grand Prix exclusivity. But I think it was a really great topic the prof had on his video, and I want to rebuttal and give you guys my thoughts. Hope you guys are doing well. Have a good week.